The
We're
stream is
live.
live. Hi. Yeah, I'm just gonna get it over here so I can see my chat.
Oh yeah, smart.
Yeah, it'll go in just a second. Hi everyone. I think it
So
takes a
hi,
minute.
I'm Lauren.
Hi, I'm Barbie.
Hi, Barbie. Okay.
There we go. Okay. It's all the notifications. That's funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hi everyone. There it is. Oh, I'm getting an ad. Are you getting an ad?
Oh, I'm not watching it anywhere. I can see the comments off to the side in the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, don't skip
Here we
the
go.
ad.
No, don't skip the ad. Hi everyone, my name is Barbie and I'm with Jeannie's Designs and I'm here with Lauren Mormino, who I've watched for years.
Aw.
So we're gonna make together an architect wallet by PursesByHolly. And I don't know, we'll see where Holly is and when she joins because we'll give her credit for this pattern. I have made this pattern, I don't know how many times, and it is a great pattern. So here's one that I've made. This is kind of a pink vinyl snake alligator, and it's got some fabric therapy for the lining. So that's one. I made an all black one with pink and same lining. Can you tell I like that lining? Yeah.
I mean, fabric therapy is just so good.
Oh my gosh. Some of it is just ridiculous. And then here's a cork one.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Cork is a really good product for this, either vinyl or cork. It needs to be a non-frame fabric for the outside. So cork or vinyl or actually those two things are probably the best.
Yeah, maybe like a lightweight leather if...
Yeah, leather. Yeah, absolutely. I don't have any leather, but that would be good.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so let's just go over our pieces real quick.
Okay.
I'm just looking to see. Hi, Terry. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Joni. Karen. Hi, Jenny. Claire. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Okay. So the pieces that I have I am using cork for the outside today. And it's this gorgeous aqua cork. And look at Lauren's. It's absolutely stunning. And then I couldn't not come live with Lauren and not use her stunning stained glass roses.
Oh, I love that. You have a tag on yours there?
Yeah, it says it's a beautiful thing.
Oh, I love that. Did you sew it in place yet or just stick it down?
No, not yet.
Okay.
So if you want to add one, yeah.
Yeah, I have this one.
What does it say?
I love you so much.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, these tags, I just got a bunch of new in, so they're on my website. But it's kind of, when I started doing videos, I said that a lot. And my subscribers told me that should be your little mantra. And so that's what it's become. It's kind of fun. Yeah. So then I'm using cork for my little ID window. And I have a piece of clear vinyl for that ID window. And I used the By Annie vinyl, clear vinyl, only because it comes with that white backing.
Oh.
And it makes it so easy to cut out. Otherwise, I can't really see what I'm doing.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And then I have two pieces for the slip pockets.
Okay.
Two of those out of the stained glass roses. And for my card slot pockets, I have 3 of these. Okay. And I really like how Holly does it. She really keeps the sides pretty thin by doing the pattern pieces this way. So 3 of these and 3 of these.
Got it. And then somebody asked if the pattern comes with SVG files, and yes, it does.
Yes, it does. And then this is another long oblong card slot piece, and this is a short card slot piece. So we'll be folding those over here in just a second. That's really probably the first thing we'll do.
Okay.
And then let me just get my pieces out of the way. And then for the zipper pocket, we have 2 pieces. One is a little bit bigger than the other. because you fold it down. So there's just 2 pieces, and then I'm using this zipper tape.
Nice. Do you use number 5 or number 3?
I vary. Today I'm using number 5.
Okay.
You can use either.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. I like number 5. I prefer number 5 zipper tape myself.
Yeah.
And then for the hardware, I'm using one of my metal tags, one rivet magnetic snap, and then just kind of in keeping with the stained glass roses, I'm using one of these zipper pulls. Yeah.
I was going to use one, but I didn't have a number 3 on hand, so I'm just using the little tiny pop tab ones, but they're still so cute.
Oh yeah, those are fine. Absolutely. All right. So are there any questions before we get started? Hi, Sydney. Hi, Holly. There's Holly.
Yay.
Holly, I just have to say, I absolutely love this pattern. I can't tell you how many I've made. I bet I've made 50 or more.
I love it.
Big
I'm
seller.
so excited to make one.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with our ID window.
Okay.
So on the back, you just want to put some double-sided tape, one across the top and then one on the sides, because we're first going to put our clear vinyl on. Hi, Kathy. And let's take the tape off. Hopefully the paper tape gods will be with us to get that off. It is so good so far. And then we'll just lay that on there. And then on the top, we're just going to fold that down by 1/4 inch.
Okay. We do that first before sewing?
Yeah, I do. Because then I can do my top row of stitches and that one right above it and get them pretty even. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Linda. So glad you guys are here. All right, now I'm going to do 1/8 inch across the top.
What machine are you using?
I'm using my Sailrite.
Nice.
It's a Sailrite fabricator. I've had it for about 1.5 years and I absolutely love it. Okay. And
Now,
I'm using a 4. I'm sorry?
Do you stitch it with the TPU up top or face down? Doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Whatever you feel most comfortable with. And I do not pull these threads to the back. I will when we get to the outside, but not these.
So how long have you been sewing?
I've been sewing for probably 20 years or more.
Nice.
My mom taught me to sew when I was a little girl, and then I didn't really take to it.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, I started doing it more, and I'm like, oh, I really like that.
That's awesome.
The thing I will say about this is if for some reason you miss the clear vinyl, just do another row of stitches, because that's happened to me before.
Yeah.
Terry's asking you if you've used your cylinder arm lately.
I have, yes. I love my cylinder arm. I just
Oh, you
don't get to
guys.
sew very much.
I'm seriously thinking about getting one,
Yeah.
but I have never used one, so I'm trying to find some place that I can go. And I found a place in Clearwater that I can go play with it and see if I like it.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. At So Magical, there will be a cylinder arm in the industrial room too.
So if I don't have a class ticket, can I go in there?
You may need to sign up for Open Sew. I'm not sure if there's one, or if there might be some spots on Sunday available in Open
Okay.
Sew.
Okay. I just really want to just see, and I'm going somewhere on Friday, this
Gotcha.
Friday, just to see. Since I have absolutely never used one, I thought, oh,
Yeah.
I better go see if I actually like it, because I can do everything on my fabricator.
Nice.
So.
Yeah.
All right, I missed mine, so
Oh,
I just did another row of stitches.
perfect.
Yeah, not a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, that's done. Now we're gonna do some chain stitching.
Okay.
All these card slot pieces you're gonna fold over. Now, a lot of people use double-sided tape to fold them over and then stitch. I find for me that's too much double-sided tape.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna fold it over and chain stitch them.
Is it like a 1/4 of an inch?
1/4 of an inch.
Okay.
Yep. This is probably one of the most cumbersome parts of it because it does make a difference.
Oh yeah.
For it to look nice.
Yeah.
Hi, Jaden. Lauren, Kathy says Lauren is the one that encouraged me to start making bags.
Aww.
Yeah, me too, Kathy.
They're so much fun.
Honestly, I made my first bag back in like 2006, or maybe before that. But and I did it because I couldn't find a bag that had the right amount of pockets.
Yep.
And was the right size. So I thought, I'll just make my own. Did you have an option, Lauren, when you bought that cylinder arm to make it table size like your other one?
No, I bought mine off of Amazon like 7 years ago, so there weren't really any dealers, etc.
Oh.
It did come fully assembled, so that was cool.
Yeah. I used my scan and cut to cut all my pieces out. And I sometimes have to use spray adhesive for the mat, and they're sticky.
Oh yeah.
I almost don't need double-sided tape because they're so sticky.
Oh, that's kind of cool in that way.
Okay, how you doing? I've got 3 more to do.
I've done all my long ones. I have to do the short ones.
Okay. Hi, Darla. Hi, Daisy. I didn't say, but I am using a variegated thread, a kind of a teal variegated thread. I think I got it from Geeky Hardware, Wizardry Stitchery.
Nice. I'm using Fairy Floss from Wizardry.
Oh, really? I've never tried that.
Oh, it's the prettiest pastel rainbow.
Maybe that's what this is. It might be fairy floss. I've had it for a while, so I don't really know. Okay, one more.
Oh, you'll be ahead of me.
That's okay. Hi, Ellie. Hi, Ellie. Okay. Honestly, guys, that's the most tedious part of the whole thing, but it's worth it to go slow. Hi, Denise. Thank you.
Someone asked if we have the stained glass roses fabric. We do have it in stock on my website.
She does. Get it before it's gone. I'm telling you guys. And this is the waterproof canvas. It's let me see how I would describe it. It's not light. It's not heavy like OtterTex. But I talk about Indo Love Creations waterproof canvas all the time. And so it's probably between OtterTex and the WPC from Indo Love Creations. So it's somewhere in between. But it's substantial. It's really, really nice.
Yeah. When I found the base, I was like, oh, well, I love this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's perfect, actually. And the colors. Look at the colors, you guys. Look at the colors of that.
So vibrant.
Oh, stunning. Just stunning. And it goes so perfect with this aqua.
It's really pretty. I love the amount of colors in it because it can go with so many different things.
Oh, it's absolutely. All right, now. Hi, Tan. You're halfway here. She's getting her hair colored.
I love that.
That's so funny. Okay. So on these slip pocket pieces, in the pattern, it tells you to measure up a certain amount. So you need to do that. Measure up on each piece. And that's where we're going to do the placement of our card slots.
Okay.
And I'm going to start with the long pieces first.
Okay. Let me pull up the pattern really quick.
Ow. Ooh, I just pinned myself. That didn't feel good. Yeah, it's on page, let me just tell you. It's on page 6.
Okay, perfect.
Actually, no, page 7, the top of page 7. I'm very careful about that, and I know that people like Holly really appreciate that, not giving out details. Hi, Barb. Okay, now I marked my piece, and it's hard to see, but yeah. So on this card slot piece, backing the slipcover piece, when you measure up is where you're going to put your first little odd-shaped long piece. And then we're going to stitch across the bottom a 1/4 of an inch. So we'll just stitch. It's kind of hard to see because I'm using the same fabric. But stitch across that bottom of the card slot by a 1/4 of an inch.
Okay. Which is at that measurement line given, basically.
No, this is the card slot piece.
Oh, okay. So that's where the top of this one
The
goes?
Yeah, the top of that piece goes to that measurement. Yep.
Okay, perfect.
And then on that piece that you just added is where you're going to sew across.
Yes, okay.
1/4 of an inch. You're basically just making the card slots actually right now.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't, when I first made this, I kind of skimped on that 1/4 of an inch. And what that does is it makes your cards go down in the slot further.
A little further, yeah. Okay.
So I wouldn't skimp on it.
Okay.
And then you're going to add your next long piece about 3/8 inches down from the first one.
Okay.
And then again, do the 1/4 of an inch. Just on the bottom. And no one's ever going to see that stitching, so it doesn't have to be perfect.
Okay.
And then we're going to attach the last of the oblong odd shaped. Same way, about 3/8 of an inch down and stitch across the bottom. Hey Holly, when did you design this pattern? When was it released?
Was it like 1.5 years ago, or?
Was it just 1.5 years ago, Holly? Wow.
Maybe. I don't know. I do remember seeing it in the pattern chat video, like when I was making it, and I was like, that's a nice looking wallet.
Hi Kim, hi Julia. Okay, and then we're going to add this piece, this oblong piece. Same distance, 3.5 inches down. And it will end up being longer than the backing, so don't worry about that.
Perfect.
And we're not going to do anything on the bottom, but I am going to base the sides 1/8 of an inch so they don't travel on me. As I'm putting the wallet together. It was March of 22. Okay, good to know, Holly. Man, I feel like I've been making them longer than that. All right. All right, so that's what you should have right now. You've got 4 pieces. And we're going to divide those in half. So just measure over, oops, 4 inches, just like any other card slot. That's not really a big secret.
Yeah.
And then I just draw a line and we'll divide those card slots. So that makes 8 card slots.
So quick too.
Yeah. And then I go over those edges about 3 times.
Okay.
That's what I do. I don't know if it's necessary, but you're in and out of those slots all the time.
Right.
And then I always have a card handy.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if I did it right. Beautiful. 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 Okay, it's a beautiful thing, guys.
My first one is a little too deep. Maybe.
I wouldn't worry too much about it,
Okay.
honestly. Sometimes mine are too deep too. But that's why when I say do the 1/4 inch is an important
Yeah. Maybe I did
measurement.
1/8 of an inch without realizing.
Yep. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is fold it over and fold it over to the back of the slip pocket piece, not the long oblong card piece.
Gotcha. Yep.
And then we're going to top stitch along the top. Hi, Pat. Hi, Patty. And then I do base the sides again, just so they don't move around on me. It's probably not a necessary step, but
Hey, oh my God.
Yeah, of course.
okay. So that's what you should have. 1 card slot piece, 8 card slots. Then we're going to take our other slip pocket piece. Hi, Karen. Okay, I've got too much stuff here. I got to move it out of the way. It's driving me crazy. Hold on.
I get that way too.
Oh, I don't have a big space, so it drives me nuts. Okay, so same distance up from the bottom. And then we're going to add these 3 odd looking pieces on either, I usually put them on the left, right at that line. And then we're going to do the exact same thing, 1/4 inch across the bottom. Again, 3/8 inch down. Hi, Karen. And the last odd looking shape. And then we'll take our little rectangle. And sometimes this one doesn't quite reach the bottom, and that's okay too.
Okay. I was going to say mine's at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's okay. I can hear myself out in the other room.
I love it.
And now I'm just going to do the sides. I'm not going to stitch across the bottom.
Okay. You sew the sides of it in place though?
Just the one side. Just, let me show you. Just this side.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So these are still kind of floppy open.
Okay.
And then we're going to take our ID window. And put some double side tape on 3 sides, obviously not the top. That would be a boo-boo. And then we're going to sew our ID window on What double-sided tape do you use?
I use the one from Weft and Work Co.
Yeah. Wefton Warco. Tammy?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it tears so good, but it is sticky.
Yeah, it is sticky. I've found that like really securing the corner with my finger first and then pushing in the opposite direction gets that backing off really well.
Yeah. I like it. I used to buy all cell rights and now I've changed to hers.
Oh, nice. Do we fold these over or we're just using the tape to stick it down?
We're just using the tape to stick it down. So the top where you put your card in and out is going to go along that line and then across the bottom. But just make sure that it covers your raw edges of your card slots too.
Okay. So are we lining it up with the right edge of our fabric and then overlaying it on top of the card slots?
Yes.
Okay. And then not necessarily lining the bottom up?
No.
Okay.
Don't worry about the bottom.
Okay.
As long as it's across that top edge where the line was.
Okay.
I tried to put mine on without taking my tape off. I'm like,
I mean, it'll work, but it won't stick.
It won't stick. I don't know why. And then we're going to just sew those 3 edges 1/8 of an inch.
Okay.
And this is where we're definitely going to want to test to make sure that we can get a card in all our slots. I've never had any trouble with it, but you never know. Oh, that's that fit. Perfect. So you can see my card fits in my ID window. And those fit perfect. Now the one over here, the bottom one, your card's going to fall out because we haven't secured that yet. Yeah.
Perfect. I added a little cutout to my window. I like cut out a little heart.
I like that. How did you do it? Just by hand?
Just by hand, yeah.
I like that.
Hard to see though, but
no, I like that because it's easier to get things in and out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to figure out how to do that. I'm not very good at cutting things out like that are tiny.
You might even be able to upload it as like another shape on top of the SVG that you already have, and it'll just do it for you.
Yeah, I'm going to work on that because even a shape or oblong piece would work too.
Yeah. All right, and then we fold in top stitch.
Correct.
And then you said you're using a rivet on magnet, but if I'm using a magnetic snap hardware, should I add my hardware now?
I would. So yeah, that's a good. Let's add it. We can go ahead and add it to the outside piece.
Okay.
We can do that now.
Okay.
Let me just caution you about the inside piece, and I'll talk about that in just a second.
Oh yeah, no worries.
What do I do with my? Okay. So I'm adding the female portion on the outside. I personally don't think it matters, but that's what I usually do. And then I've got my handy dandy board from Hannah Wordworking.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh. I love this thing. It is so sturdy.
Yeah. I will have to get one when Dorothy decides she doesn't want to mess with everything.
Oh yeah.
Or I will lose stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm using an 18 millimeter rivet, magnetic snap.
Okay.
I don't feel like it got it very good. Let me try it again. There we go. Okay, I'm going to move this for just a second. It is very sturdy. I will say that. So since we're working on the outside piece, are you gonna put a tag on?
I don't know. Where would be the best place to put a metal tag?
Well, I like to put mine on the back. Let me measure. I measured it already. About an inch and a half centered below the zipper opening.
Okay.
You can put it on the front, which I have done. But that's where I like to put it. I just think it looks good there. And I will use a piece of Decaville Heavy. Hi, Shelly. You know, Kathy, I have not tried the men's pattern. Have you tried it, Kathy? I need to. I haven't done that. It'd be a great Christmas gift for somebody, though. A little men's wallet. All right, so I'm putting my tag on the back. And I just did a thing this morning. I hope my husband isn't watching. I have the nickel and the rainbow in my metal tags, but I just ordered the other 3 colors.
Nice. You need it. It's a business expense.
I do. I've got to have it.
You gotta coordinate. Okay.
I'm sure he's watching. That's okay. He doesn't care.
We always like to say they care, but they don't really care.
No, they don't. All right, I use my little handy dandy hammer. So for those out there in the live world, little noise. And then I will cover it with a piece of double-sided tape.
You said an inch and a half below the zipper pocket?
Yeah. Hi, Annie. Thank you. So there's my magnetic snap on the outside and then my metal tag.
Perfect. I'm almost done with my metal tag.
Let's finish this. Let's finish the inside and then we'll do our zipper.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I totally derailed.
No, absolutely no. It's fine. All right, now I just got to look at the pattern real quick because I think I know how far up to go, but let me just check. You know, Holly, I've made this pattern, I can't tell you how many times, and I still have to look just to make sure I'm doing it right. It's funny. Okay, when you're ready, you let me know.
All right. Duct tape is on, and I'm ready.
So we're going to measure on our interior piece up the distance in the pattern, and that distance is on page 9 on the bottom left, and just make a mark. Holly probably wouldn't care if we said, but
No, I appreciate it too.
yeah, I don't like doing that.
I at least like that you say where the measurement is.
Yeah. I know.
I'm like, what?
Holly said she created the men's wallet first for her husband. I'm gonna have to try it.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try it.
Okay, so do we need to trim this down?
Yeah, you can. Actually, I wouldn't do it. No, I wouldn't do it because this is gonna end up being raw edge in there, and we're gonna put 2 rows of stitches there, so it doesn't matter. I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
But I first take my one with the ID window and put that on the bottom.
Okay.
Just right across the bottom, and then the next one, I do this all in one stitching, by the way.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then the one with the 8 card slots you'll put that on that line.
Okay.
That we drew.
And then you said that the one with the ID window lines up directly with the bottom, or it comes up?
Yeah. Right on the bottom.
Right on the bottom. Okay.
Right on the bottom.
I can hear Dorothy upstairs, but my husband came home, so we're good.
Oh, good. I thought I heard somebody.
Yeah. I was like, she's not settling. Can you come home?
Oh. She's too excited. She knew that you were going live with Barbie.
Yeah.
And that we would be talking about bottoms. Okay, so this is what we have so far.
Yes.
And then we're gonna, both of us, you and me, we're gonna stitch down the sides, across the bottom, and back up. And then we'll do 2 rows of stitches here just to secure that.
Okay.
An 1/8 of an inch. And again, don't worry about that short card slot. That'll get stitched down when we finish it up. Okay. And now just do those 2/4. I do an 1/8 and a 1/4 inch.
Okay.
Across the bottom, top card slot. So this is a really good reason for your card slot is to use a non-fraying fabric. The inside lining piece, you could use cotton and interface it, but for the card slots, I would use, I think she even talks about that in the pattern. Okay, beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, guys. Look, I'm going to put my tag on right there. I'm going to do that next. When you put your tags on, Lauren, do you decrease your stitch length?
Sometimes I do, yeah, to like a 4 or a 3.5, just to give me an extra little bit of wiggle room.
Yeah.
I
struggled with that for a long time. I couldn't get it looking decent.
Yeah.
And you know, Jade and Chris live like 20 minutes from me.
Oh, that's awesome.
I went and picked up some more tags today, and it was probably a year or so ago. I was over there and I was just talking to her, and I said, you know, you never can get those looking decent. And she said the key is to decrease your stitch length to 2.5.
Oh, okay.
And I'm telling you, it works every time now.
That's awesome. Yeah, I could see how that would work and just give you plenty of...
To make those corners, and it's such a small little piece.
Yeah, I'll have to try that.
Yeah. Sometimes, sometimes I don't, but I'd say most of the time I do, and I'll show you how good it looks. It makes all the difference, really. Because, I saw her tags on things, and they were always perfect. And I said, Jade, how do you do it? She said, it's not a big secret. Here you go.
Michelle said, just have to remember to increase when you start sewing other things again.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. So here it is. You can see.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I mean, I think it makes all the difference.
We're not going to look at mine.
And Michelle is exactly right, because I can't tell you how many times I've forgotten to do it. And in fact, I'm going to increase it right this second.
While we're thinking of it.
Yeah. Okay. So, and here's why I don't like putting the tag on now, but because you're not using a rivet, I would. Just make sure it's down far enough that it's not going to interfere with the top stitching.
Yeah. I think I'll be okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that inside is done for the moment. Let's do our outside zipper pocket.
Awesome.
So I like to, let me find I like to put it on without my zipper pull. Doesn't matter, you don't have to. But I put double-sided tape on that back side. Then I'm going to grab my bigger piece. Yeah, Michelle, I'm telling you, I know it. Okay, so honestly, this is the most confusing part for me. And I think it's not really hard. It's confusing to me. So on the back, you're going to take your larger piece and you're going to take the tape off the bottom and you're going to lay it right sides down. So it ends up being just like this.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. And then I'm gonna just base that in place.
Okay.
She says in her pattern, she doesn't care, but
peace of mind.
Huh?
I said it's just peace of mind. You know it's attached.
Yeah. And then you're going to want to fold that over. And I'm sorry, that's where I top stitch. I knew I was doing it too soon. Okay. So I would top stitch that so it stays down flat. Now, if you're using quilting cotton for this, you could just go iron it.
Right.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So that's what you should have. Okay. And then on this other back piece, we're going to take the tape off and put the smaller piece right sides down. My pieces are so sticky from the basting tape. Oh my gosh, that's funny. And I'm just basting it because it's too sticky. And then I'll fold that over and baste it down.
Okay. Who taped that? I don't need to tape this.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to clean that up. It's so sticky.
Rosemary asked if we had to edge coat anything, and I don't believe.
No. You could if you wanted to, but I have never once. Let me show you. I have never, and the reason that you don't is, I mean, there's the edge of the vinyl. You can't really see it.
Yeah, so like if somebody wanted to like clear coat it with edge coat, they could.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have never done it, but you certainly could. I personally, edge coating is one of my least favorite things to do. Although I do it when it's necessary, like on Purse Pals.
Yeah.
I edge coat Purse Pals.
I think if you're able to like do it in a batch setting, it's not so bad, but to like have to stop and do this and then stop and do that, I think that's where it gets hard.
Yeah. Do you do much edge coating?
I don't, but if I were batch sewing or like making more to sell, I would definitely try to.
Yeah. I have all the stuff.
Right.
You know. I'm a pretty messy painter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a pretty messy edge coater, but it's pretty forgiving, honestly. All right. So now I'm going to put my zipper pull on.
So what I like to do is just cut my zipper tape longer.
Yeah.
And leave my zipper pull off hanging.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that when you put your zipper pull on, that it's closing over here because this is the top.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. And it's not the end of the world if it's going the other way, really.
Right. Who's gonna know?
No. Okay. So guys, this is what we should have. Hi Kelly, you just got some waterproof Theratex. Yeah, I have it too. I absolutely love it. I love it. The Theratex. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So on your the back of your outside piece, put double-sided tape on the top and the bottom. And I just take one off at a time. And you want to make sure that the top is the bigger piece. Oh. And just get that centered on there as good as you can. Just like that. So that's what it's on the front and that's what it's on the back.
I like the look with the number 5 zipper tape.
Yep. And then how I do it, Holly has you, the pattern calls for you to stitch the top and the bottom. I might go ahead and do that this time. I'm just looking to see if I got mine decent centered. Yeah. Yeah, just stitch across the top and the bottom, and then we'll pull that bigger piece down and finish the outside sides. That's how she has it in the pattern. You just want to start where you're going to stop on the sides, if that makes... Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I don't know where I heard this, but it's a great little tip, for, especially for this. On the sides of your opening, measure over 1/8 of an inch and just draw a little dot.
Oh yeah, so that you have like focal.
Was that you?
Maybe a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't know where I heard it, but yeah, it makes a big difference. It just gives you a starting and a stopping point.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I forget who I heard that from. but I like it. They are very smart.
So we're just going to close up the pocket all the way around.
Yeah, I'm going to just do it all the way around. And I'm going to pull those threads to the back.
Does your machine have a needle positioner or anything like that?
No. No, that'll be one of the requirements if I decide to get a cylinder arm.
Yeah.
No, I don't have that.
I don't find myself wishing I had it regularly, but after teaching with machines that do have it, I've like tried to hit it and I'm like, oh wait.
Yeah. I don't know if you can get it. I don't know if you can add it.
I think you can, depending on where you got your machine from, that kind of a thing.
Yeah, no. I get confused when I go between my Cellrite and my Bernina.
Oh yeah.
I do that all the time. I'm like, okay, now what machine am I on? Okay. We're almost done.
Debbie asked, would this pattern work with all cork? I would think so.
Yeah, it would. It
Just
would.
your
You just need to
cardstock
be
would very expensive.
Yeah. You just need to be careful of how thick things are. So you wouldn't want to use, thick cork at all, but yeah, it would definitely work. I'm just tying my threads off. I probably didn't need to because this matches pretty well, but I just got in the habit of it.
When you secure your lining, do you tape it in place or anything, or just hold it? Tape.
I do. I use 2 pieces, typically of 1 inch wide. I'll show you here in a second. But so now we're going to fold this down and close up our pocket. Did you already do that, Lauren? I heard you sewing, and I'm like, I think she's ahead of me, that girl.
I got a little ahead.
That's okay. I like it. Oh, mine is so sticky. Ugh. And then you just go, when you're closing this, go as far as you can.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. How long have we been on? I don't even know.
I think about an hour.
Oh dear, okay. I'm gonna close that just a little more. Okay. Looks good. Looks good. And you got that gorgeous fabric on the inside. Love it. All right, so now the tedious part, putting all the tape on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me cut off my excess zipper on both sides. So on the outside piece, along all the edges, you're going to want to put a piece of, and I do use 1/4 inch for this.
Okay.
On all the sides.
Double-sided tape.
Yep, double-sided tape. You could use glue, I suppose. I have never tried glue. Have you ever used Sewer's Aid?
I have not.
Yeah,
What is
it's something that helps your needle from getting gummied.
Oh, yeah.
It does help.
That's awesome.
It really does.
Have you tried like an alcohol wipe? Is this better?
This is better, Sewer's Aid. It's just you know what I think it is? It's just some kind of I'll show it to you. It's some kind of a little oil. And that's what it feels like. It just feels like a little oil. I'm just going to put some on because we're using a lot of double-sided tape.
Holly said, is this a fairly easy, quick pattern? I would say yes.
It is. I mean, I've made so many. I can cut it out. Of course, I use my scan and cut, but I can cut it out and finish one in less than an hour.
Yeah, I can see it being really quick with a scan and cut. When I was cutting it last night, I was like, yeah, Barbie was right. That would have been nice. But
Yeah.
It still only took me about 34 minutes to cut.
No, it's still not too bad. Yeah. All right, so this is what you should have. It's not particularly pretty, but it doesn't matter. All right, so again, if you're using, where's my piece? If you're using a magnetic snap that has the what?
Prongs.
Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. You should put those on now.
Okay.
But because I'm using a rivet magnetic snap, I'm going to put a little piece of
Smart.
It's Decaville Heavy right there.
And that's a perfect way to use up all those scraps.
Oh my gosh. I hate throwing it away, I have so many. I have a whole drawer full over here. I'll never use them all, but.
Same.
All right, let's see. Right about there. So I just put mine right there, centered. Okay. Yeah. It's silicone, not oil. Thank you, Robbie. Yeah, I didn't know really what it was, the Sewer's Aid, but it works like crazy. It's fantastic. All right, so now I'm going to use some 1-inch double-sided tape, 2 pieces. And I just put a piece across the top on the outside. I'll show you. And a piece across the bottom. And this isn't really required.
It's nice, though, to not have it shift.
Yeah, so there's what I have.
Okay, perfect. I did mine up here and down there, so I think whatever works.
Yep, absolutely. The key to this is before you take it off, lay your piece and make sure it sits pretty evenly. I occasionally have to trim mine, and I'm gonna have to trim my top just a little.
Okay, and you want the corners of your lining to sit in the corner cutouts, basically, of the vinyl.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't want it to bunch up when you fold it over.
Okay.
Exactly.
Cool. I love it.
And I don't know why sometimes I don't have to trim it, and sometimes I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it could be just like when you're stitching everything together, something shifts or bunches.
Then I'll take off my double-sided tape and I'll secure it in place. But again, if you're using prong magnetic snap, put your magnetic snap on the front now before you do this. Otherwise, you'll be like, oh.
Yeah, you'll be very sad.
Yeah, very sad. So here we go. This is what we have so far. Now, I start at the bottom.
Okay.
And I fold up my bottom. And sometimes, depending on your material, I'm going to go ahead and do it today just for grins, is I clip it while I'm doing all of it.
Oh, yeah.
So it stays in place.
Yeah, you can't trust that double-sided tape.
No, it does pretty good. And your waterproof canvas holds really well, actually.
Oh, yeah, it's got that texture that
Yeah.
to it.
And I've got a little extra over here. I'm just going to trim off.
Someone asked if this pattern is easier than the Triskel wallet. Kind of, yeah. I feel like the Triskel was very in-depth, but Nicole really taught me very well. But I think once you make one of the Triskel, you'd be able to keep doing it. But this one does seem like very beginner-friendly.
Yeah, this is very beginner friendly, and I love the Triskel wallet. The Triskel wallet has a little more,
It's got a lot more going on.
yeah, it does.
Yeah. Holly asked me, how did I cut out the card slots? I cut them out by hand, so I just traced the pattern piece and then cut by hand.
Yeah.
So then as you're clipping, like kind of untaping, you're like stretching it over the edge, right? Okay.
Yeah. And this is, in fact, I'm going to move my zipper pull out of the way. This is where it's really helpful to be mindful of the fabrics you're choosing. The thicker the fabric, even though the card slot she has decreases the bulk on the sides, it's still bulky, you know? I mean, we're almost done.
Yeah, just top stitch.
I love all of Nicole's patterns too. She has great patterns, but I love cork, so.
Yeah. So I just unzipped my zipper pull to the middle because it was kind of preventing me from pressing down as much as I needed to.
Yeah, it gets kind of, it depends on what kind of zipper pull you have, but yeah, that's very helpful.
Yeah. Someone asked, is this pattern easy to cut out without a cutting machine? Definitely.
Yes.
I did film a cutting video. I was going to message Holly and be like, is it cool if I post later on?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I did cut one out.
Yeah.
So then as you're clipping around, as you're clipping around, you overlap your mitered corners just a little bit.
Yes. So let me show you. Here. So here's my corner on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then depending on the fabric that you use, like this cork sometimes frays a little bit on the corners. I just burn those.
Yeah.
And then I always start on the bottom because that's going to be less noticeable back stitching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I do, from the inside, I do a 1/4 inch. And then I'll turn it over and do another 1/8 inch from the outside.
Okay.
And when you get to those card slots, you just have to go really slow because it is very thick. With the fabrics I chose, it's a little thicker than normal for me, but it'll be fine.
And then something to note as well is we did not use any SF 101. It is instructed in the pattern, but because we're using waterproof canvas for that lining piece, we both decided it was omittable.
Yeah. Now, like I said, I'm going up to size. I'm just going really slow. Actually, it's going really well. Of course, my fabricator is a beast. I'd be curious if anybody on here uses a fabricator. Any of your subscribers, do they use fabricators?
I believe so.
So like when I get up here to the top, it's kind of separated. So I'm just going to go slow and pull it over. And then when you get to that top portion, it turns just a little, very slightly, but you'll want to follow that turn.
So when you said you're doing 1/4 of an inch first, are you doing 1/4 of an inch from the outside edge, or are you kind of doing like 1/8 of an inch from your folded over edge?
Out 1/4 of an inch from the outside edge. Yeah. Good question. Yeah. And, you know, she does talk about the 2 stitches. I have always done the 2.
Mm-hmm.
I would suppose that you don't have to.
Yeah, I would think it gives it a more polished look, though.
Yeah.
Doing 2.
And because it's very noticeable top stitching, you're just going to want to go slow. At least me. Okay. That really wasn't too bad. I was a little worried that this waterproof canvas was too thick, but it's absolutely not.
Good.
All right, last row here, and I do this from the outside. All right, so here it is. That looks actually pretty good.
So you did it with the lining side face up first, and now you're flipping it.
Yeah.
And this is where you said you don't really backstitch. You would prefer to pull your threads through.
No, I do backstitch this. I don't usually backstitch on the zipper pocket.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I do backstitch here, but here you can see is where I backstitch. You can't even tell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
All right, here we go. And this is where I have to be really careful because it is so thick. Sometimes my foot will slide off.
Yeah, gotcha.
Very annoying. Slow, Barb, go slow.
Now, would you ever add any like stitches at the fold lines?
I don't think it needs it.
No.
Because we already did that on the
Oh, on the lining. True.
Yeah, on the inside piece.
Yeah, that's true.
You're thinking of an NCW.
Kind of, yeah. How it has that like butt line.
Yeah, no, I don't think this one doesn't need it. You could for a decorative touch if you wanted to.
Yeah. I'm also thinking like it wouldn't be too hard to add like the zipper pocket that the NCW has, something like that to this, but it might be weird, kind of flappy. It definitely doesn't need it, but
yeah, I know what you mean. It would be a little flappy, but
I mean, there's the zipper pocket on the back, so.
Yeah. You definitely
Yeah.
could, though.
Maria said, I love that it closes so slim. I do too.
And you can add, I carry this in the purse pouch, and you can add a lot to it.
Okay.
It holds a lot.
Robert asked earlier, do you have any issues with cards ever falling out since they're upside down when you close it?
No, never once have I had a card fall out.
Okay. Yeah, someone said they put the card slots going in the same direction, and I'm not quite sure what they meant, since when it's open they do, but maybe they meant when they close it like this or something, they have the card slots going up and up.
Yeah, I've never, that's a good question, but I have never had an issue. So, because when I close it, I'm always going like this.
Right. Yeah.
So my card slots are never upside down.
Yeah. I almost feel like if you were going to flip your card slots to point in the same direction, you'd maybe want to fold it in half and do a quick little bottom row of stitching so that it doesn't flop open. It just like ever so gently opens.
Yeah. So I'm just burning the edges here. And then I have to put on my, goodness gracious, I filled up my lighters and they're like fire. I just need to add my other magnetic snap.
Okay, good. Because I wasn't top stitching. I was talking. So I'm going to finish top stitching now.
Okay. We're done, basically.
Yeah, that was so fun. And Dorothy's finally asleep.
Good, then you'll have a little break.
Yeah. I got to get back to class kits.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm adding a rivet magnetic snap. So when I do mine, I put a hole all the way through. And I'm just going to add that. I put that extra piece of Decaville Heavy in there. And I'll press that right here. And then the last thing I always do, which is really too late to fix it, but I always test all my card slots. Just to make sure with all my top stitching, I didn't make them too tight, but they're perfect actually. And there we go. Oh my gosh, this might be my new favorite wallet.
It's so pretty.
Do you say that with almost everything too?
So true.
I mean, look at that. Lauren, your stained glass roses. Look at that.
They're so pretty.
Oh my gosh, they're stunning. Where did you come up with that pattern?
So I was sitting at the kitchen table just doodling, and it doesn't look great just as it is, but I was playing with it in Photoshop and just like repeating it and overlaying it, and I was like, oh, well, this looks great.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it was for the summer project box, and I think we had the pattern planned before I had the fabric planned, and once I finished it, I was like, this will be good.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you could do that in so many colorways. I don't know if that's a plan of yours, but
we do have it in a ton of colorways. Yeah.
It's beautiful. So that's it. That's the Architect wallet, guys.
I love it.
Thank you, Holly.
I almost wonder if it would be fun to make like a stabilizer piece for the flap. It's pretty stable as is, but like just to give it some extra structure.
You could. You absolutely could. You could put a piece of Decaville Heavy in there, or Peltex.
Yeah, or even just a little Decaville light piece or something.
Yeah, yeah.
But that would be fun for embroidery too. Like.
Yeah. You know, the other thing, and I've never done it, is you don't have to use one color. You know, you could, I'm thinking out loud here.
Yeah.
You could, on the outside, make the flap a different fabric.
Yeah, I was just thinking you could like cut out the shape too and do like a reverse applique.
Yeah,
That'd be fun. So that it kind of looks like the inside, because the inside is so pretty.
I know.
With the way it folds over, you could do, that'd be fun. I mean, it's an amazing pattern as is too. I'm just always like, what now? What can I do with it?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I honestly, you know, there's a lot of people out there that just like black.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I almost always, in everything I make, I'll make a black version, you know, and then when you open it, it's got some pop of color to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might have to try that with a different fabric on the outside.
You could set it up with your SVG cutter too, to just cut out that
those
shape.
so they're precise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe add, I wonder if 1/4 or 3/8 of an inch. I'm just thinking out loud, you wouldn't want to add too much bulk. Right. With your seams in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My card slots on the first one, I definitely did 1/8 of an inch because they're so like blue.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done that. I can't say how many times. So yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys, go try one. If you haven't gotten this pattern, we both link the pattern in the description.
Yes.
And it's just such an easy. This is, I think personally, it's a beginner.
Yeah.
Beginner.
Like a confident beginner for sure.
Confident beginner, yeah, absolutely. And it's just got everything you need in a wallet, really. I mean, we don't carry that much cash anymore, but you've got 2 big slip pockets here and here, which is really nice.
Yeah.
I think. Lauren, this was so much fun.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for the idea. Thanks for picking the pattern and teaching me how to make it.
Well, I think the next time we do it, you're going to have to teach me.
All right, I can do that. Give me some time to recoup my brain.
After So Magical. Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe I'm always like, maybe in January things will slow down, and then somehow it doesn't. I'm like, oh, maybe in 2 months it'll slow down. But yeah, I think once like we have the expansion finished.
Oh yeah.
I'll feel a lot better. But yeah, somebody asked if you could put your phone in there, and not no. But I don't know with other stuff.
The problem is it might fall out.
I was just going to say, like, not meant for that.
I mean, if Holly watches this again, I think we need to challenge her to come up with some more options for this pattern.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we just gave her a ton.
I know. Yeah, it's such a great little pattern that it would be great to have some add-ons.
Yeah, I almost feel like you could even possibly add wings to it. If you flip the card slots the other way, you could add them in underneath the overlay and just like make sure you slowly turn your machine as you do it.
Yeah. Have you ever made the Maggie 55 zip around? You know, I've had that pattern forever, and I have been very intimidated by it.
I bought it when it came out, and I bought the kit to make it, and it's still in the package. That was probably 2018.
Really? I'm gonna try it. I won't record it because that might be embarrassing, but I think I am gonna try to do one. I'm much better. When I bought the pattern, I wasn't as good, you know, and not that I'm great now, but I have better skills now, so I think I might give it a whirl.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that she has videos too.
Yeah.
So it's there. Yeah, you could add 2 magnets. Someone suggested, could you add another magnet? Yep.
Yeah.
Could add 2.
Honestly, I will tell you, I have one. I don't have it with me here, but I have one that's out of your stained glass roses, that the vinyl. I have used it. I bet I've used it for over a year, and it looks just like this. Just
That's
when
awesome.
yeah, it looks perfect. I mean, it doesn't, these don't wear. You would think that the corners might. They don't. They really don't. So.
I love it. Okay, well, if you want, we can wrap it up.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody.
Don't forget to subscribe to Barbie as well. I will update the description of my video to include a link to your YouTube channel as well.
Okay,
that
great.
you get all the good subscribers. Do you have a Facebook group or anything?
I do. I do. I have Jeannie's Designs Facebook group. I'll send you the link.
Perfect. That would be wonderful. Well, thank you so much. I hope we get to sew again in the future.
Me too, and I'll see you at Sew Magical.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Thanks, everybody, for joining. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.